Welcome back to Chops Garage, the real life car trading channel. Let's find out what's been going on. Picked up the Civic from Malk, swapped it out for the Citroen C1 that needed to paint on a bumper. What did Malk do? He did the corner down here where it had the ding, didn't he? Fixed that, looks beautiful as always. And then he decided with the rear bumper, because there were scuffs all the way along it, he decided just to do the whole thing, so the whole bumper got done. So now, after a valet, a retreat the plastics, it should be a minter. We've also got back the Vitara from our mate Chris. He's been playing around with it the last few days. We had the issue, didn't we, where if you drove around around for a while in the car, when you got to junctions and tried to select first and stuff, it wouldn't do it, which we thought was a pressure thing on the hydraulics. The clutch wasn't slipping at all, so we thought a slave cylinder. So got the slave cylinder ordered up. Chris took the car away, had a play with it, couldn't see any fluid coming out of the bell housing at all. So that's normally a good indicator. If you've got an internal slave cylinder, i.e. the slave cylinder doesn't sit on the outside of the gearbox, it sits inside the gearbox, you'll normally tell it's failed because you'll have a leak and it'll be coming out of the bell housing. Well, that wasn't happening with this, which led both of us to think, well, is it really that? So he wanted to check out the master cylinder, checked out the master cylinder was okay. So he was back to the slave again, moved the gearbox back a bit, didn't take it out completely to check. Again, no fluids there at all. Then rang a mate who does a lot of Suzuki stuff, and apparently, either you're going to know what we're talking about here or not, I don't know, and I don't know where I could look at it, but apparently the master cylinder has a bar that goes through the bulkhead that has teeth splines on it that does something or other. But apparently those wear out, and that's when you struggle to get full accelerator, full clutch pedal on it. So what he's done is he's actually got the bar and he has reground the teeth into it like his mate told him to, and put it back in again and says it's working bang on now. So we've got to take that for a little test drive and find out if that's the case or not. I'll try and do a little bit more research and get him to tell me exactly what that was, because I've got no idea what he's talking about, to be honest, never heard of it. Obviously next thing for this is paint. We need to get this sorted out here. And then it's got the bad paint down the other side where someone tried to rattle can a repair with some dents down there, did a pour. It's going to be quite a lot of paint on that, but these do go for decent money, so it's going to be worth doing it. Anyway, we've got to crack on and get the Fabia valeted before our subscriber gets here, because unfortunately the valeter can get here and do it yesterday, and I couldn't be here yesterday, so it's a big rush on. I'm in early, let's get cracking. Couldn't wait, guys. Taking the Vitara for a drive. Drives bang on, isn't doing any of what it was doing before. What a legend Chris is. Saved me an absolute fortune. I was going to do the slave. I'd have had to have done the clutch at the same time. Realistically, that was going to cost me about £400 just in parts alone. Then the labour on top doing it. I think my bill for Chris for faffing around and doing that little bar thing, 80 quid. Absolute legend. Speaking of legends, I must talk to you about the sponsor of today's video, a long-time supporter of Chops Garage, Surfshark. Surfshark provides you with a VPN, a virtual private network. This VPN provides you with a secure internet connection that protects you and your data while online. Fantastic as the protection Surfshark gives me online is, a lot of you know by now, my favourite feature of Surfshark is its ability to allow me to watch geo-locked content. What do I mean by that? Well, here we are on Netflix. I wanted to watch Smoking the Bandit the other day. I couldn't believe that my daughter had never seen it, and she didn't know what my obsession with Firebirds was. So there we go. In the UK, cannot watch that movie. It is locked. Checked, chargeable on other platforms. Did a little search online, found it's actually available in the US. Now, obviously, I'm not in the US, but Surfshark allows me to change my IP address, my internet connection, to show that I'm in the US. So all I'll do is go up to Surfshark, scroll down, and find a connection in the US. So we'll change to Orlando. So now it says up here that it's showing that I am based in the US, not in the UK. So if I do Smoking the Bandit again, there we go. It's now available to me. Not only Smoking the Bandit 1, but Smoking the Bandit 2. Like I say, all the other platforms wanted to charge that for me. It wasn't available in the UK, but thanks to Surfshark, it was available to me free of charge, and I was able to coach Brooke on the benefits of the Pontiac Firebird that we are no doubt going to get on the channel soon. And the great news is, with the offer that Surfshark give Chops Garage viewers, it costs next to nothing to have Surfshark. Let me show you. You get 83% off, so it costs you £1.84 per month.
You get 3 months extra free, and you also get a 30-day money back guarantee. So the link to this offer is in the description down below.
Right, time to get Holy Roof Micra down for its MOT. I've given it a very quick clean inside because I didn't want the MOT test stuff to sit in the sort of mould that built up from the damp that got in. And actually, all the mould was just sitting on top. As soon as I hoovered it, it all came straight off. All the plastics had a bit of mould on them, just cleaned them off with the G101. I've only done this for about 10 minutes and it's actually come up really clean already. So that's a good sign. I forget what it was like when it first came in. It was probably clean when it first came in. Anyway, so we'll get it down to the boys, get it MOT, getting on and filter change done. And then we'll give it a proper valet and they'll be ready for that lad. So fingers crossed, doesn't need too much for the MOT. But I need to take it for a quick spin around the block and knock all the rust off the discs, don't I? So down at Moore's dropping the Micra off. I think it must be Classics Wednesday or something. Look at this Rolls Royce. That's gorgeous in its chocolateness, isn't it? And then we've got this Austin 40 here. A40 is it? It's a little Minter. I'm also told that our Camry Sport is going in for MOT today as well. Apparently the boys have done everything. All the fresh discs on there. Got front and rear discs. I forgot I'd done front and rear discs. This is not going to be cheap, is it? The bill on this is going to be massive. It won't make any financial sense at all. Yeah, front and rear discs, rear shock absorbers and rear springs, isn't it? And then we've still got the paint to do when we get it back. But we'll see how it gets on with the MOT. But obviously they've done all the work pre-MOT, so it should go through now without too many problems. I imagine there'll be some advisories left, and I don't think we can go advisory free on this one. Be too big an ask. But then we'll get it back, do the paint, and give it machine polish, and get that raffle started. So Fabia is all valeted, looking fantastic, all ready to go. I thought, oh great, got in early, got it all done. But as I was cleaning the car, I've discovered something which is going to delay us somewhat, and that is the passenger seat won't move forwards and backwards on the runner. I've tried putting my weight on it, I've tried rocking it back and forth, I tried oiling it up, that kind of thing. Now, obviously I need to whip the seat out. Trouble is the front bolts are there, but I've got a feeling the rear bolts are underneath there and I can't move the seat forward to get to them. So the other option is to remove the bolts from the seat itself. There's four 12mm bolts, but they're designed to be taken off, I think, when the chair's off or something like that, because they are a right pain to get to. They're really tucked away. They're going to be one of those one turn at a time jobs, but I've got an option. I'm going to have to crack on and do it. Yeah, look, nothing's been designed for this set of circumstances, because these have got Allen heads on the back of them, which is what you obviously use to bolt the two together. While I'm trying to unbolt them now, that Allen head is free underneath the runner there, spinning around beautifully. What a pain in the rear. Right, that's the last one out the back. That wasn't such a pain in the rear. I thought it was going to be, he says, final last words. I've got to disconnect the airbag now. Now I'm going to disconnect the battery before I do that, leave it for about 20 minutes and then see, and then obviously then continue, just to stop any stored energy in the connection, setting the airbag off. I mean, comment down below if I'm wrong doing that. I'm living and learning, but I always thought that was a safe thing to do. Here we have it. Blimmin' great pen. That was wedged right underneath it. How that got that far in, I do not know. Did I do most of it myself? I don't know what we're going to class that as. Chris, 50-50 or?
Oh, 50-50, I would have said, to be fair.
I mean, we'll ignore the fact that I'd have basically stopped to the point of getting a new runner because I couldn't fix the old one. So, ideal. I've had to stay a bit late to do it, but it means we don't have to focus back on this again tomorrow. Now it's valeted. It can just stay in here now, keep it clean, take that out. Get the Fiesta in here, get the two cars that are prep ready for sale out. Although I do need to get the Capri out because that's sold, isn't it? and move on to something else tomorrow. I meant to get more done today, but obviously that's held me up big time. Right, Sam's back with us from Car Spa, the valeting service. He's got some big news. He's actually given notice on his job, and he's going to go full time on this. So fair play to him. He's here doing the Alto for me. And I've said to him, look, I can probably give you a full day's work a week easy out of all this stuff, can't I? He's cracking on with that, so I can do some photos. I can do some emails on the taxi. Got a few people interested in taxi, but I need to. One of them wants to distance purchase it, so I need to get everything in writing as to what the service history is, condition, everything like that. So we can't have any problems with that at all. But no, that's going to be a massive help to me if Sam's going to be out all the time. So here we are. Here's his details. Car Spa. Let's support a young entrepreneur. Car Spa, treat for your car. There's his telephone number. So if you are in the South Molton, Barnstable, sort of Bideford, Torrington area, and you're looking for valeting, get in touch with Sam. His work is fantastic. In fact, he probably goes a little overboard for the money. But no, his work is absolutely fantastic. I can't knock it at all. So yeah, let's support someone who's making that brave move. I know it's going to be a success for him. Right, well, Chris is doing that. Sorry, Sam is doing that. Chris is the mechanic here. While Sam's doing that, I'm going to nip the Capri over to the person that's buying a Capri and pick up the Citroen C1 from Malcolm that's had its paint done. So this should be a fun drive. Now the Fabia is coming a bit of a cursed car for me. It was due to be picked up yesterday, but after sorting out the seat problem and thinking it was all good to go, let our subscriber come along. But just as I was moving it about, I decided, oh, I'll put a nice air freshener in, put the vents on, get it going, circulating around the car, and noticed that the fan was really noisy on number 4. Well, it was noisier on the lower ones, but number 4 it was almost unbearably noisy. I thought no problem at all. I've done the fans in these before. Well, I've done them in other Fabias, earlier Fabias. I've done them in Golfs before as well. You get underneath the dashboard, under a screw, twist it, drop it down, swap it out, no problem at all. So I thought the same thing on this one. Get in there and do it. Oh, is it locked? Yeah, I thought get in there, do that, no problem at all. I'll probably have it sorted before they get here because it sounded like there was just a leaf stuck in it or something like that. So I didn't think it would actually need a replacement part. I mean, it's a double unlock. Double unlocking is the biggest pain in my backside when it comes to cars. Which one worked? That one. So yeah, I thought I'd get it all. Flip your neck. I'm a nightmare today. Yeah, I thought I'd get it all sorted before they even got here. But then I went online and had a look around and thought, oh, I'll just double check how you do it, and found that you actually have to take the dash out to get to the fan in these Mark II Fabias. So no wonder the person part exchanged it. They probably got fed up with that noise, or didn't know what the noise was really, and had advice it was going to be a job of taking the entire dashboard out. So absolute nightmare. I had to message the subscribers on their way and say, look, I found this problem. I thought it'd be a quick fix, but it's not. Do you want a refund on your deposit? Do you want to take the car with a discount? And I actually did offer quite a large discount, £300, which was obviously taking a big hit for me. But I figured, you know, the amount of labour involved in getting the dash out, that's probably what it was going to cost. Or do you want me to get it fixed? Well, they decided to come along, have a look at the car, check they were still happy with the car anyway, and they were, and decided that they would get it fixed. So I did the only sensible thing at that point. I called in the legend that is Chris, who's been saving my rear on every Chops Garage. He needs his own channel, doesn't he? And said, look, you're a smart guy. Can you think of any way of avoiding having to do this? So he came and picked it up last night, and he messaged me like a few hours later and said, all sorted, James. I said, what have you done? He goes, well, he says the culprit's in the pocket. Now, I haven't had a look yet. Is it in here? He told me the culprit was in, what do you mean, the glove box? He said it was in the pocket of the car. So a quick look. Is it in this side? Ah, here we go. He said that was the culprit. Apparently that had got itself into the fan. So I said, how have you done that without taking the dash out, mate? He said, well, what I did was, he says, I took some screws out to move the glove box out of the way, and I took the stereo out, he said. With the stereo out, I could just get in with a pair of long-nosed pliers and pull it out. Utter legend. What a daft thing to nearly have lost £300 on. That's what happens when you just panic and say you're fed up with the car and you say daft stuff like that. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, I imagine I probably could have worked it out myself, but it'd been hours lost doing something else. So now we can let our subscriber know it's all ready to go. Unfortunately, it's got to need another clean now, at least just on the outside. But yeah, so he saved my rear on the runner, well, kind of. We're going to say 50-50 on the runner, and then he saved my rear on that, and then he's obviously fixed the Vitara. So Chris from Oakland Services gets Legend of the Month award. Hopefully he'll continue to get Legend awards, because at this rate he's going to have everything fixed for me. I think the next challenge we'll set him is going to be the Corrada with the gearbox. If I can get that solenoid for it, next challenge we're going to set Chris is to do that. So yeah, massive thanks. There we have it. The Fabia is off. Many thanks to our subscriber again. Very jealous of his gorgeous Lexus RX 450. So another one out the door. On to the next one, which is we need to get the taxi prepped and the Micra that's down getting its MOT. So those two are sold, and obviously the Golf is sold as well. I can't remember if I said that or not. Our subscribers having the Golf, they came up to see me and had a little wander through my stock because their car's got a bad head gasket and it's not financially viable to repair it. So they are going to have the Golf. So we've got the paint guy all lined up to do the paint on it. Then I need to refurb the alloys myself. So we need to do that. I haven't heard yet what's happening with the Micra, how the MOT's gone on that one. But we need to nip over to the main dealers now. He's got a Corsa he wants me to have a look at. And we've got to drop the paperwork off for the Capri, because I forgot to do that yesterday, because they've had that Capri ready to restore that one for that chap who's been waiting 9 years for his to be restored. So they're just going to swap everything over, speed the whole process up, put a paint job on the Capri, and there'll be jobs are good. So yeah, we've got sold ones we have to focus on prepping now, over and above getting the rest of them prepped. Hopefully Fiesta gets picked up tomorrow by the young lady, and then that'll free up a bit more space. So we'll leave it there for today, guys. Massive thanks as always for watching. We've got those new part exchanges I'm off to see this afternoon. It'll be in the next video. I'll update you on the Fabia, because I think I've probably already noted we've had a few more dramas with that. So not the end of the show with that one. Yeah, just massive thanks to everybody who's been sending their cars as well, as always. Those people that have been saying, no, actually I'd rather not take it to We Buy Any Car or part exchange it with the main dealer. I'd like Chops to have it. Fantastic, really appreciate it. You know, even if we're not able to come to deal, because sometimes just distance alone doesn't work, but every time someone sends me an offer of a car, it is hugely appreciated. Thanks for that. If you've just joined Chops Garage and started watching, a lot of today's video won't make sense because we've been dipping all over the place between multiple different cars. We're so crazy busy at the moment. The format's slightly different. We've got to prep so many cars. There's less videos coming out, and we're a bit all over the place with different motors. So you're going to probably have to nip back and watch some of the previous videos for any of this to make sense. So yeah, massive just thanks to everybody as always. Huge thanks, of course, to today's sponsor, Surfshark. The link for the product is in the description down below. Surfshark have been with from the very beginning, and it's companies like that make it possible to do Chops Garage, because YouTube revenue on these small channels isn't what a lot of people think it is. So to stop, record, edit, all of that kind of things, rather than prep another vehicle, it has to kind of be justified. So companies supporting me like that is fantastic. So please support those companies supporting Chops Garage. Use Surfshark myself, especially for the movie side of things, getting access to that content I can't elsewhere. Yeah, brilliant product. There's no risk with it. 14-day money back guarantee. So please give it a go. Yeah, so huge thanks to lots of people. See you on the next video.